So today is a very special day and I thought I would share something with you guys. No, I'm not pregnant. Today is our 4th wedding anniversary. 4 years, wow. That has flown past. That has really flown past. So Tim and I were married on the 22nd of October 2011 and it just feels like yesterday. It does not feel like it was 4 years ago. So I'm going to take you guys back to when Tim proposed to me. I'm going to tell you our proposal story. So my proposal story sort of starts about a month or 6 weeks before Tim actually proposed. So we knew we were going to get married. Tim, like the previous year, so in 2010, at the end of 2010, I knew Tim was like, he wanted to marry me. And I knew I wasn't ready. It's such, oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional. It's such a big change. And I knew I wasn't ready at that time. But after a little while, and I thought, and I was like, okay, I'm ready now. And I said to him, I still remember the day. And I said to him, I think I'm ready to get married. And he looked at me and he was like, really? And he was so excited. Anyway, so my best friend, her and her husband were getting married as well. And boyfriend at the time. And they went to this particular jeweler and Olivia was telling me all about this jeweler and I was like, oh, Tim, I think we should go there. Anyway, so we it was in the February. In the February, we went and saw the jeweler, which was Ringleaders in Albert Street in Brisbane. And we spoke with him and he showed us a few designs. And I knew I wanted yellow gold because it's like traditional, and I don't like diamonds with yellow gold. I'm just not a fan of that look. So I knew I wanted a colored stone and I love blue stones. So I ended up getting a Ceylon sapphire in my ring. And anyway, so we picked out the design and everything and that was awesome. And anyway, so, multiple weeks passed until, the ring was ready because the jeweler had to make it. And in that time, Tim flew over to the States for his brother's wedding. And that was when was that? That was the end of February. I think that was the very end of February 2011. And 2011. Oh my gosh. And then once he came back, he was like, let's go to the beach. I want to go to the beach for the day. And I said, okay, yeah, we can go to the beach for the day because I love the beach. I love the Sunshine Coast. It's like my favorite beach practically in the world. Apart from Waikiki Beach, yeah. Sunshine Coast is definitely my favorite. And so we went to the beach for the day. And at this point, Tim was really, really sick. He got sick on the way back from the States and he was like sick as a dog. And men, when men get sick, they get really sick. It's like man flu to the highest degree. Anyway, so we went to Kahlia, which is my favorite place to go to on the Sunshine Coast. And I kind of had a thought maybe he was going to propose to me, but I wasn't really sure. Anyway, so the whole time we were driving, he's like, oh, we can't stop. We got to make this deadline, we got to go. And I'm like, what? Why? Anyway, so we parked and then we went for a little bit of a walk and he's like, come on, it's just over here. And I'm thinking, oh, he's going to propose. And no, it was, he took me to a salon and he actually booked me in to get a pedicure, a manicure and a hot stone massage, which was out of this world. That was so good. My first one and my only one that I've ever had. It was so nice. He dropped me off there and then he went off and did his own thing. So, I got my manicure, my pedicure, my massage, so nice. At the end, they gave me a rose and they had this really funny look on their face. And I was like, well, okay, all right. I didn't at the time I didn't think, oh, Tim's gonna propose. But I kind of thought, oh, that's really nice of them. Look, they gave me this rose, babe. How nice. And Tim's just like, yeah. And I was like, come on, we got to go somewhere. I'm like, okay, all right. Anyway, so we end up going to the Monaco, which is quite a fairly new high-rise hotel at Caloundra. And we walked inside. At this point, I was kind of like, he's gonna propose. He is gonna propose. I know he's gonna propose. Anyway, we walk up to the and then on the way he had like a bag, and I'm like, what's in your bag? He's like, oh, just some chocolate for someone who did a good thing for me. And I was like, okay, you don't know anyone down here, but anyway, yeah. So we walk in and we go to the receptionist, and he's like, this is for you, and he has this chocolate to the receptionist, and I'm just like, okay, where's my chocolate? Hello. And the receptionist hands him a key card. And she has this funny look in her face. I'm like, okay. Anyway, so we go up the lift. We went up to the penthouse suite overlooking the passage. Oh my goodness. What a view. I even took photos like that. That's like, look, hang on. Let me bring them up. But that's one photo that I took. So that was like the view. And then this was the view from out on the balcony. It was just stunning. It just looked from one side of Caloundra all the way to the other side. It was stunning. Love Caloundra. If you've never been, you should go. So we go out onto the balcony, and Tim's like all nervous and he's getting all sweaty. And I'm like, are you okay? You know, like, I know you're not feeling well, but really? Anyway, he starts reciting these. I'm so mad at myself because I can't remember what verse it was. I just know it was from Song of Solomon's in the Bible, and it was just these beautiful verses about love and a beautiful woman. And I was like bawling. I was bawling when I was out. And Tim was crying. We were both trying not to cry, but we were both crying. And then he pulls out the box. Keep it together, Kahlia. And then he pulls out the box and he opens it, and this beautiful ring is sitting there. And the words that he's saying to me are just stunning. And then he and then he says, will you marry me? And of course I say yes, of course. But then he goes to put it on the wrong hand. How many girls has that happened to? Their fiance goes to put it on their right hand instead of their left hand. It happened with me. I think it happened with even at our rehearsal for our wedding. It happened there too, and I think it happened to my friends as well. Oh dear. Okay, I fixed my face a bit. Fixed my tears. Anyway, yeah, so he tries to put it on my right hand instead of my left hand. I'm like, no, this hand. And then we were engaged. And then we had a good snoop around the penthouse because I've never been in a penthouse room before, and holy smokes, it was nice. Then after that, we went back downstairs and went on with our day. Another one of my favorite spots on the Sunshine Coast is Mooloolaba and the whole Mooloolaba Esplanade there. So we then hopped in the car and went to Mooloolaba. At the time, I think there was a marathon at the time. It might have been like the Mooloolaba Marathon. I don't know if that exists, but it was some kind of, annual marathon, and we couldn't park too close to the Esplanade, so we had to actually park quite a fair distance back. But I remember walking down to the Esplanade, and we went to Starbucks and got a drink, and then we went down onto the rocks there. And I remember taking this photo, Tim taking this photo here. Oh my gosh, I look so young. Like I'll flick it up on the screen for you, but he was looking down at me, and I was just, I look so young, don't I? Oh my goodness. Actually, I remember going to the toilet and looking at my ring and thinking, oh my gosh, the lighting in here is perfect. So then I pulled out my phone and I took a photo of my ring because it lit up my ring like perfectly, like so blue. And I remember sending a message to like my close friends and my family saying, we're engaged, yay. And I still have that message. I haven't had the heart to like delete it yet because it's really special, you know. So that is my proposal story. That all happened on the 26th of March 2011, and then we were married on the 22nd of October 2011. So just like, what, 6 months? Is that April, May, June, July, August, September, October? No, 7 months. 7 months later we were married. I actually like went out and bought my dress, like I think it was like 3 weeks after we were engaged. I was like on top of things. Hey, I was on top of it. This is a photo that we took not long after we got engaged, a few days. That's a photo that we took. Look at us, spring chickens. Not really, it was just 4 years ago. And then I kind of did a mini photo shoot with myself with my ring, and did some cute little photos. I love this one because I put my ring amongst a little vase of freesias, and because the freesias were orange and red and yellow and my ring was blue, it really popped. We decided on the 22nd of October because it's an exact week after the anniversary of the passing of my dad. My dad passed away when I was 5. And whenever that time of the year comes around, it's always a pretty solemn part of the year. And we wanted something happy to happen that time of the year. The 15th was also the anniversary of my nana passing away. So it was and she died the exact year after my dad. So it was a really hard time for my family. So we wanted to have something happy, to, you know, have an anniversary of something happy in our family, which is why we chose the 22nd of October. So now, yes, there is that sadness on the 15th of October, but the 22nd of October is something to be joyful and happy about, which is what we wanted. So that is my proposal story. I have a feeling this video is going to be a little bit long, so if you're still with me at this point, thank you and congratulations. Extra brownie points to you. And I am so blessed and so happy to have found my soulmate. Okay, I'm going to go before I start crying again. So thank you for watching this video, guys, and I will see you on Sunday with a brand new video. Bye.
Hi guys! Probably about 3 years. Oh, so we'll go.
Think again.
We'll go
buddy.
with.
Think again. Do I have lipstick on my teeth?
Yep.